What's up, YouTube? Dark Signer here, coming at you guys with another deck profile. So, it's been like a couple weeks, I think, since the last time I uploaded. The last locals before this one, I didn't win, so whatever. And then this one, what's it called? I was able to do it. I played Nekroz Dogmatika. Honestly, I think the deck is actually really good. I guess I'll show you guys the way I play it, just because like I was testing like different builds. I tested like Dogmatika with like the invoked engine. I just didn't like that deck. I just didn't like. It's powerful and like obviously the Mechaba, but I just didn't like it. I don't know. I've been liking this version a lot more and like the way I play it. I don't play like the combo synchro version. I just didn't like it. It just gives like your opponent like more like fuel to be able to just beat you. What's it called? But yeah, and then also makes it so that like you have a lot of other weird draws, and I wanted every card in my deck just to like flow. So this is the way I played it. So obviously 3 Necros or Brown Neck. This thing searches out like all your Necros monsters. So card's really good. What's it called? The new addition to the deck, since obviously it got put back to 3, and that's triple unicorn. I only have 2 ultras. It sucks. What's it called? But with this coming back, it just made the deck a lot more live. It just made everything just better, just because you don't have to search this out with Baronic as much. You can do other stuff. So those are the ones. Those are the 3 Fs. And then I played double Crossalis and double Trishula. So with these, I was testing one, but a lot of the time you want to just have one in hand and you want to be able to use the other one, and it just comes up a lot just because you do want to protect Unicorn from just the weird stuff. Because usually, honestly, you just win off of Unicorn and like your Dogmatika cards. So I just wanted to have the second one just as extra protection, and then obviously double Clouseless. You never want to play triple of that card or one. So yeah, and then one Valk. Valk is honestly not as necessary anymore, just because like a lot of the time you don't really need it, but it is good to just search. You never like summon it or anything like that. There's nothing you can really like want to tribute most of the time. But this card, like, it just obviously like just comes up a lot with like protecting yourself for that one turn, and then you usually just OTK on the swing back. So yeah, so this card's really good, but just one. It's a dead draw if you draw more than one. I just didn't like it. And then one shirt, obviously. You need it. And then for the Dogmatika cards, triple. I think the name's like Elysia. Elysia. Yeah, everyone knows what these do. So 3 of those. 2 of the effect negator. I was trying one for a while just because like I didn't know like how good it was, but now I bumped it up to 2 just because this card honestly comes up a lot, especially with protecting Unicorn. So it's just another way to just like protect them. And this card's actually just really really good. And then I only play 1 Maximus. I might bump it up to 2, just because like I was thinking like, oh, I don't want to give like my opponent like a free Mechaba or like or what's it called, in this, just to pop my cards. But the thing is that like within this, like it just didn't like them popping like a unicorn, and I could just bring it back. There's so many ways to just do stuff. And then if they do summon Mechaba, most of the time you do have unicorn, so it just becomes dead anyways, and then you can just get rid of it like really easily. So I might actually bump this back up to 2, just because this card is so good in this deck. It does so much for you. And the thing is like the cons, like most of the time you can just outweigh them just with having a unicorn on the field. And what's it called? So yeah, I think this card is actually just busted, and I'm gonna bump it up to 2 just because this card honestly comes up a lot. At 1 is still working fine, but I just want to have the second one. I want to always have access to it. And then for the hand traps, I play a triple Ash Blossom, and then a triple Gamma. And then obviously the driver. So I was thinking of like playing like Nibiru and stuff, but those cards just aren't like, I don't know. They're just not good for me. What's it called? This is like the best card going second. I just love this card, and this is just a good like overall. Like there's nothing spectacular against like anything, but it's not bad against anything. So that's why I wanted to do it with Nibiru. I just didn't want to play it and then like have to like get rid of my board. What's it called? So yeah. But if you guys want to play it, I would definitely like. I would recommend it, but then again, not really. I don't know. I know some like I would say like I would just say like this. I think that these spots could be any hand trap that you want to play, and I'll just go with that. Like I will just play any hand trap that you want to play. For me, this is just the hand traps that benefit me the most, and they're the ones that I like the most. So I'm just gonna play them like that. But like you can switch them out however you want.
You can play Ghost Ogres. You can play, like I said, Nibiru. You can play Effect Valley. You can play Impermanence. Whatever you want. These are just my like favorites, like as far as like the meta goes, and just what I like to play. And I just feel like this deck could just kind of like deal with everything else on its own. But yeah. And then so triple Nazir. I remember when I first pulled this card in the sneak peek because I bought a box during the sneak. I didn't even know what this card was. But this card is honestly just busted. Like, this card is like super ridiculous. I can't like I don't know. This card is just ridiculous. I mean, people should know what it does by now. And then triple prep. So basically, I mean, you have access to three. Play three. Switch out anything you want in your deck. As far as like the ritual spells, you play two Kaleido. That's honestly the best one, just because it brings out like the Maximus. What's it called? Well, it gives you fodder for it. But yeah, it's like this card is just ridiculous. It just gets everything going. Two cycle and then one mirror. I just want to play one. This card doesn't come up as often, but you just usually just use it to summon Trish. And this one actually comes up a lot because you're reborning a lot of stuff. So there's that. And then one Rhoda. I wasn't playing this, but like having access to like Shuret or what's his name, Clausulus, is just really important. And especially once I play the double Maximus, like it just comes up a lot. So I like this card. It's just another search card. And then I want to play more cards that kind of just like get ashed, so I could bring them out with Gamma. So I could bring out my Gamma. And then the reason why the deck is good, it's two Punishment and one Shadal Squasm. Squism. I don't know how to like. I mean, like you English majors out there will correct me, but yeah. So this is honestly the best card. Like this card is just ridiculous. It summons Winda. It does everything. Like this card is just broken. I think this card is ridiculous. I think this card is crazy. And then this card is even more broken in my opinion. You can send anything you want. I mean, I've been sending Toads to get back my Nekroz. I've been sending like the Itness to like pop two cards. I've been sending like it's just this card is ridiculous. This card is nutty. I was thinking about playing three, but just like two is just better, and it's obviously searchable, so why not? And that's it for the main deck, guys. We're gonna jump right into the extra deck. So I play a double Winda because it comes up. One construct. The nice ulti first dead. Ooh, it's nice. What's it called? But so I mean these guys. Sorry, and then Apollon. So basically these just kind of are for the combo. What's it called? Obviously you just send these or whatever, and then you're able to like what's it called, send and then add. So yeah, and then what's it called? But there is times where you like hard make this, which is like funny. But yeah, so basically this is just the normal standard stuff, and then I play one check because it sometimes comes up, and then also it's a level 10, so it just kind of like fulfills the Kaleido requirement for a level 10. So why not? And then I play a triple Herald. Obviously, card. You're gonna go through these. You're gonna go through three every game, all the time, every match. And then two Itness, I think her name is Ultra Entity Itness. I don't know how to pronounce it. Another crazy name. So like I said, you just want to have access to it. You don't want to play three though; it's a little too much for you. But two is just fine. And then the Ash Dragon. I mean, obviously, like it just adds a like Manica card. Um, I don't know. That's all there is really needs to be said about it. It's good. And then one tote, like I said, sometimes you send it. Shout out to Kevin, it's a Spanish one. What's it called? One Omega. Sometimes you want to be able to just return stuff back into your deck. So yeah. And then you can like hard make it with the Gamma. So and then my level 11 and my level 12. I love this guy. I don't want to play Star Eater, but this guy's really cool. And then what's it called? The level 12. I'm probably gonna change the level 12 just because like everyone plays Quasar. So there's that. And then for the side deck, I mean, this is obviously like interchangeable. You can do whatever you want. This is the side deck I have, and just like an idea that, I guess like an idea for you guys. That way, like if you guys just want to like copy it, or like you know what I mean, like or just kind of change it up yourself. It's always about player preference. So I play one Pankratops. I like this card. This card is my favorite card going second. It deals with a lot of boards, so yeah. And then as soon as I can, triple Denko. This card is busted. Like, 'cause, I mean, you never really normal summon what's it called? This card is just ridiculous against all the back row decks. Like, honestly, this card's dumb. Triple sphere mode and triple dark ruler no more. So I just want to open one, and like people were telling me to play forbidden. I think it's like forbidden droplets or whatever the new one is. What's it called? But I just didn't like it because I don't want to discard anything, and I'm not playing the outlet version where I can discard like my traps and stuff like that. And I just don't want to discard anything just to get like one monster. So I just like these. It's just better for me. Just 3 and 3. I draw one, I win, so why not? And then the broken card, 3 Village of the Spellcasters. Everything is like Spellcaster except for like maybe like Bryonic. So this card just comes up against obviously all the spelly decks. This card is just ridiculous. You play this and you auto win against a lot of like the weird rogue decks. So yeah, so 3 of those. And then lastly, just 2 Cosmic Cyclone, just extra back row removal against the back row decks. I was like debating between this and like Lightning Storm, but I just didn't want to play that card. It just didn't seem that great for me. I just like to banish the stuff that like I play this card for. And then like evenly matched just didn't seem that good either. And so I ended up just with this. And then I mean there was another card too I was thinking about, which was like token collector, I think is the name. So I just didn't I just didn't want to play it just because like it was so situational. And then also you could try playing the what's his face the the new gizmic, or the one that like summons the barrier statue, but that just takes 4 slots from the extra deck. I'm sorry, from the side deck, and that was just a little too much. So I ended up just going with 2 Cosmic Cyclones, and it's been working out really good. Obviously against all the back row decks, it's broken. So yeah, and that's it for the deck, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Shout out to a lot of people, and also I want you guys to go subscribe to my girlfriend's channel. It's Dan Fan Anime. She does a lot of like sticker openings, and we're gonna start doing a lot of anime related content, which is like includes like going to conventions and like obviously once this whole thing's over, talking about stuff, talking about new figures coming out, just anything that has to do with anime collectibles. And then we might be jumping to discussing animes, but there's so many other YouTube channels that do that already. So we kind of want to more focus on just the products in general, just because obviously you guys are consumers. You guys, everyone likes to buy stuff. Everyone likes cool anime stuff to decorate around the room. If you guys will see this room is covered and just anime stuff. But yeah, so again, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Enjoy football. It's back. Fantasy. I mean, I don't know if you guys heard the message while we're doing the video, but peace out, guys. Later.